Willie D Live.
What's up, family? After a Columbia, South Carolina jury found convenience store owner Rick Chow not guilty in the 2023 murder of 14-year-old Cyrus Carmack-Belton, Black people destroyed his store. Then they took it a step further. They decided that they were going to boycott all Asian businesses, and not just in South Carolina, but across the United States of America. I ain't got no problem with that. And I'll tell you why. Because we know what it is, fam. Even Asian people have admitted to the fact that you have a lot of racist Asians out there who just take Black people for granted, and they think they're better than Black people. They think Black people are nothing. And this is why they will shoot a Black boy, a 14-year-old Black boy, in the back over a bottle of water that he did not steal out the store. This is why they will kill a 15-year-old girl, shoot her in the head over a bottle of orange juice, because they do not value Black life. Now, obviously, this does not go for all Asian people. I know some super cool people who own some Asian businesses. However, in order for things to find some type of balance, for us to reach some type of resolution here, everybody got to be punished. Because you don't know who is and who ain't unless you know, right? So you can just look at the building and it just says such and such Chinese restaurant or Korean restaurant or whatever restaurant, and you don't know how the people are inside unless you have a history with them. So now, if you have a history with them, then perhaps you continue to do business. But if you want to be in solidarity and you really want to be effective, you got to hit everybody. You shut everybody down. And that's how you correct it. Because now it forces Asian people to check Asian people. It forces them to stay in line the way they do with white folks. Yeah, the way they do with white folks. Boy, they have the respect that they have for white folks. The respect they have for white customers, it's almost like they have more respect for white customers than they have for their own Asian customers. Listen to what I'm saying, family. I seen it at work. I seen them. I sat in an Asian restaurant ordering food once, and I saw it for myself. I saw how attentive the Asian server was to the white couple compared to me and another Asian couple. Man, she was bending all over back, and they wasn't doing nothing special. And they wasn't nobody. It's just regular people. Yeah. Now that I think of it, I've even seen Black people go overboard for other Asian people. Not Asian, but white people. Yeah, I've seen them, man. I've seen them really go overboard. And then when it comes to their own people, they're just all regular, they don't have, the customer service just vanishes. Yeah, the good customer service is gone. In any event, fam, this boycott was at first just a concept. But when this guy right here hopped on the internet and started talking really reckless and daring Black people to boycott Asian businesses, it turned all the way up. The threat became a reality. Hence, the boycott is in full effect right now as we speak. Black people all over this country are boycotting Asian-owned businesses. Now, I think that could be highly effective, but You can't just do it for a couple of days, and you can't just do it and wait on people to apologize. Because if all it takes is a few people to apologize, a few days to go by, even a few weeks or even a few months, and then what happens is it's just back to business as usual. All of the Asian community will be like, well, they'll be back. Just give it a little time. Right about now, one should be walking through the door. Right about now. That's how that goes. Right about now, we'll have one walking through the door. Now, here's the thing, fam. After Black people decided that they were going to boycott the Asian businesses, Asian people started talking about boycotting Black businesses. Now, that to me was hilarious as hell, because Asian people ain't never supported Black businesses. I've never seen an Asian person at a Black restaurant. Like, let me back up. I'm lying. I've seen a few. Let me back up. I gotta call the striker and the ball. I've seen a few. But I'm talking about just, at any point, a majority of Asian people, 10% of the people in the restaurant Asian? No, not unless it was 10 people in there. If there's 50 people in the restaurant, you'd never see in a Black restaurant, you'd never see 10% white Asian people in that restaurant, because they do not support Black businesses. In fact, I'll take it even further. When they talking about boycotting Black businesses, they've been boycotting Black businesses. In fact, they've been boycotting Black businesses since they first came over here. They never intended on supporting Black businesses. They never have supported Black businesses. Never have they ever supported Black businesses. I used to have a condo, and I was renting this condo. And so the guy I was renting it from was an Asian dude. I had that condo for 10 years. So over time, there would be issues. Air conditioner here, refrigerator, wanted to take out the carpet at one point, replace the flooring. There was a time when there was an issue with the washing machine. Do you know, every single time somebody came to my door, every single time a repair person came to my door to fix anything, it was always an Asian person. Oh, they stick together. They buy from each other. They stick together. And it's like a rule or something, they're hardwired to support each other. I mean, we could learn a thing or two from them, actually. They're hardwired to support each other. That's why they have a such thing as a Chinatown. And that Chinatown ain't just a bunch of restaurants. Man, they got banks. They got churches. They got schools. They got parks. Smaller parks, but they're parks nonetheless. Yeah. And if you go to one, they'll be looking around, looking at you like, And these parks are typically public parks. They'll get the public to sponsor, they'll get the city to pay for the park, right? Which means that your tax dollars pay for their park, that park that they have in their community. But if you go to one, they look at you like you don't belong. Yeah. How do I know? Because I did it before. In fact, I did it a couple times. Yeah. Yeah. So this boycott, let me put it like this. Asians boycotting Black businesses will be the most silent boycott of all times. It'll be the most invisible, unimpactful boycott of all time, because we don't even have any metrics to determine the loss. We can't say, oh man, since the Asians ain't been coming to my barbershop, since the Asians ain't came to my restaurant, since the Asians ain't been coming to my club, man, I can't pay my mortgage, man. I can guarantee you there won't be one black person that's gonna hop online and say, "We sorry, Asian people. We sorry for making y'all upset with us. We take everything back. We take everything back we said about Rick Chow." That ain't gonna happen. Now, where the Asian community can hurt black people at, you can't hurt us with the restaurants. You can't hurt us with jewelry. You can't hurt us, because these are really things that we just really don't need. But I guess they could hurt some people who put a lot of value in stuff like that. But where they could be very effective at is with beauty supplies, because most black people that I know who own beauty supply stores purchase their beauty products from Asian owners, Asian distributors. So there's a whole industry right there, wide open. Imagine some black guy, or let's say a power couple. I ain't talking about somebody with a name. I'm just talking about two black people who got the power that's going to come together and say, you know what, we're going to build it. Imagine if they built a distribution company, a beauty supply distributor. A beauty supply, if they had a beauty supply, and what if they had a beauty supply manufacturing company? Or if somebody else took on that part? Imagine what would happen. Yeah, that would be a game changer. Oh yeah. Yeah. And now here's the thing. As black people, you have to stick together and say, you know what? That might cost me a little bit more to shop here. It might cost me a little bit more. But the pride, the respect, the power that comes with my dollar, circulating it back into my community, can't touch this. See, that's why our minds need to be, when you want change, you have to make sacrifice. If you wanted to, lose some weight, you want to just tighten up, firm your body, right? Get your body a little bit lean, right? You got to make some sacrifice. You ain't gonna be able to do everything that you want to do. You got to make some sacrifices when you want change. Likewise, if you want change where you ain't got to worry about these people shooting your children in the back, shooting one of your family members in the head over a bag of chips, or just because they feel like it. I'm seeing so many videos of Asian people fighting black folks and stuff and being disrespectful. Now, some of it, I ain't gonna lie, some of the times black people be starting shit, but I've seen a lot of them equally where the Asian people are just disrespectful. Like, get out of here, bitch, call them all kind of names and all kind of stuff, call them the N-word, everything. They're just really, really rude, really, really disrespectful. And I'm like, man, when I think about when I grew up, I've heard of them doing certain things and all of that, but man, they ain't never tried me like that. They never came at me like that. Yeah. But yeah, fam, y'all let me know. Y'all boycott? And any black business owners out there, let me know. Let me know if you've been affected by this Asian boycott, where these Asians are boycotting black businesses. Let me know if you're suffering, Drop a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts. No more talk.